Charlie, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another clean with me video. My house, while it is relatively tidy, is actually quite dirty. I haven't given it a proper good clean down in a while. So I'm doing my usual clean with just a little bit extra and also going to change some rooms around and a little bit of laundry motivation for you today because I've got about 3 loads of washing to do, but what else is new? So if you're keen to watch that and get motivated, grab yourself a cuppa, let's get into the video. So my first order of business was to do a load of washing. I had some dog blankets that I needed to wash, and I also wanted to give the machine itself a little bit of a wipe down. And I headed back out the back and untied the cushion covers from 2 of my outdoor chairs. We've been getting a fair bit of rain lately, and because the chairs have been getting wet, they've got a whole heap of mold all over them. But I did make a rookie error in the sense that I didn't spray them with any pre-wash treatment in order to get rid of the stains, and even after they'd gone through the machines, they did come out sort of a little bit better, but the mold stains were still there. So I'm probably going to have to redo that and just spray them first prior to putting it in the wash so they can get a hardcore clean. As always, I had my trusty friend Mac to help me out on my cleaning adventures, and he wanted to say hi to all my YouTube friends. Then it was time to get into the kitchen and start doing my usual cleaning jobs there. So if you are subscribed to my channel, which you should be, and you've watched some of my other cleaning videos, you would know I have a pretty consistent kitchen cleaning routine, which includes setting up the dishwasher, putting on a load of dishes, wiping down all the benches, the windowsill, the microwave, wiping out the fridge, changing the garbage bin, and just generally making sure that it smells nice, clean, and fresh. One of the things I also like to do in the kitchen is use my essential oils. I particularly like using the lemon essential oil. Sometimes I'll put it on the benches or use it to wipe out the microwave and give it that fresh kind of citrusy scent, but I'll also often put it in the sinks and particularly down the drains in order to freshen those up as well. For wiping down the benches and the appliances, I have 2 method cleaners that I've been using recently. One of them is a sunny citrus scent, which I'm currently using now. It's the yellow one, and I also have a pink one, which I believe is a grapefruit scent. Once the kitchen was finished being cleaned, I moved on to changing the bed linen, and maybe you're wondering why my bed is currently sitting in the lounge room. Every now and then, Dave and I like to have a little slumber party out in the lounge room, take the mattress out, watch a bit of a movie, make it feel like a bit of a movie night. So that's what we had done the night before. So I'm currently changing it here because when I head back into the bedroom, we're actually going to switch around the layout of the bed. So previously the bed had been facing the wardrobes and up against the windows at the front of the house, and I just wanted a little bit of a change in scenery, particularly because when I'm cleaning, it's actually quite hard to get in and wipe down the windowsills. By changing around the layout of the room, it also meant we're able to get in more natural light, and my personal favorite, that I can sit in bed and from my side of the bed look out the window and see the glorious sunset every afternoon. So as you can see, things in the room were incredibly dusty. So particularly the skirting timber, windows, and the bed itself hadn't been given a good wipe down for a while. So thank goodness I had my trusty microfiber cloth there to get in and do the job. And then I needed to get to a hardcore vacuum. And I did end up having to go back over the room and give it another vacuum once I'd moved all the furniture in place and actually given that a dust down. Next, I moved on to the spare room, which was also looking a bit shabby. I bought a whole heap of these big tubs to store some of my home decor things, particularly stuff that we didn't really need in the house that could maybe be put out in the garage shed. And I kind of needed to go through and organize those. I also had all of my cushions, which I recently washed the covers for and hadn't put them back on. Unfortunately, one of them is a down cushion and it had a velvet cover and just made an absolute mess trying to get the cover off and then trying to put the cover back on again. I also had my summer blanket, which also recently had a wash, which I was able to store in one of the tubs as well. Once all my organizing had been done, I was able to just get into the room and give it the usual clean. So just wiping down the skirting timbers, wiping down the windowsill, and going around and dusting the furniture. I also wanted to do a little bit of a rearrange because I ended up taking one of the artworks out of this room, which you just saw, and putting it into our room. So I needed to change around the layout of my desk and think about what sort of artwork I was going to have on there. I'm not exactly happy with it, and it's really annoying because the PowerPoint for this room, the only PowerPoint that we have in the room, is actually midway up the wall. So in order for it not to be just standing out and really ugly and weird, I kind of have to have my desk in that space, and I sort of have to have something standing up on my desk like a piece of artwork so that I can cover up the PowerPoint and all of the cords that come out of it. Now it was time to get on to cleaning the lounge room. First, I took all the bed linen into the bedroom, and I used this as an opportunity, since the coffee table was out of the way, to fold up the rug and really give the room a good vacuum. Unfortunately for me, however, as I started vacuuming the room with my little handheld Dyson, it died. So I needed to get Dave to get the big Dyson out of the laundry, and I plugged that in and continued my vacuum, including vacuuming down the entirety of the lounge and vacuuming the rug as well once I'd laid it out. Speaking of the rug, I also noticed, much to my dismay, once I had turned the rug over, because I wanted to turn it over to a different side, that the underside of the rug had a massive orange stain on it. And since it was on the underside of the rug and we've literally not spilt anything on the rug or have any stains on the top of the rug, the only thing that I can imagine is that it has somehow rubbed on the wooden floors, and maybe that some of the lacquer or sheen or whatever the hell you put on wooden floors has somehow gotten on to the rug itself. I'm not really sure. Once the vacuuming was done, I recruited Dave's assistance and we moved the coffee table over. Then it was just up to me to finish off the dusting in the room. So same deal, dusting down the coffee table, which was actually quite dirty, the skirting timbers, the windowsill, and the TV unit. Now I'm back into the laundry to put on another load of washing, and I'm also doing a few things in the dryer. I don't often use the dryer, but two things I really like to put in the dryer are the dog's blankets, which is kind of gross, but I do think that the dryer helps to suck up any extra fur that didn't quite get washed off in the wash. And I also like putting my towels in the dryer. I find that when I put them on the line, they come off really like hard, tough, and crispy, but when I put them in the dryer, they come out nice, soft, and cozy. Now I'm going back into the house and I'm giving the house a full vacuum. After that, I ducked into the bathroom and cleaned down the toilet and noticed that there was absolutely no toilet paper in the little cane basket, so I did a full stock up on that as well. So while I'm cleaning the house, the dishwasher is plugging away in the background, and now that load is finished and it's time for me to head into the kitchen and empty it. Unfortunately, some of the dishes were still a little bit wet, so rather than putting them away, I just loaded them up into the drying rack on top of the sink. I also had to head back out into the laundry for what felt like the billionth time that day and give it another good sweep down and get out the last load of clothing, which was a load of darks. By this time, it's a fair bit later and all the linen that I'd washed previously had been out on the line and had dried, so it was time for me to make my fresh bed, which was getting some beautiful afternoon sun already. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this clean with me and laundry motivation video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every single week on all things cleaning, organization, inspiration, travel, lifestyle, so many great things. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.